The Araba Scott Children's Foundation has launched a Lego therapy workbook. And we're going to be zooming in with Alicia Louise. She's from the UK. We're going to be talking to her about the importance of this for children with autism. I'm very, very excited about this interview because, you know, lately we've been having a lot of discussion about how we appreciate that children with autism learn in a different way, and how we appreciate that they are so gifted in different ways as well. So hello and good morning, Alicia Louise. How are you?
Hello, good morning. Thank you for having me on. I am very well, thank you.
All right, before we begin, what's the Araba Scott Children's Foundation?
Okay, so Araba Scott Children's Foundation is a UK registered charity, and it's based in St. Thomas, Jamaica. And we have created a safe haven, which is a safe place for children to create, learn, and play. And that is based in Portmore, St. Thomas. We have classes up to 5 days a week. So we do literacy, numeracy, arts and culture, where they learn about different countries. It's not just foreign. You know, the country is called China, it's called Zimbabwe, and this is how the people are. And we've also done things like art therapy in the past. We take the children on trips. Last year, they went out with Oceans for Everyone, and got to see the sea and everything like that. So we just try to enrich the children's lives and give them opportunities that they may not have had without this kind of intervention.
Wow, that's very commendable. Why did you form the organization, and why St. Thomas?
Okay, so my dad, my mom told me to clarify, my dad was born in the UK, but his family is from St. Thomas. Mm-hmm. So my grandmother is from St. Thomas as well. That's how it started. When I was 15 years old, my mom picked me up from school and she said that my grandmother was missing. And me, just being a child, not really understanding how things are in Jamaica and stuff like that, I didn't think anything of it. Anyway, it turned out that my grandmother, who had lived in the UK but decided to return to Jamaica, she had been murdered. She's from St. Thomas. Yeah, she was from St. Thomas, but she had land in St. Catherine, and that's where the incident occurred. It took 7 years for my family to get justice, but we did get it. Oh. And from that, we wanted to find out how does somebody get to a point where they can commit such a senseless act of violence towards somebody? Mm-hmm. And then so we started to think about, you know, from childhood, even from before childhood conception, where are these parents coming from? What kind of background have they had? If you haven't had consistent love, appropriate attention, a safe environment, a chance at a good education, somebody to show that they love and care about you, then it's just, you know, you might be prone to doing things like that when you're older, or being a victim of that kind of violence.
That's amazing that your family responded to violence with love. And I think we need so much. It's not easy to do, and we need so much more of that here in Jamaica. Wow.
Thank you.
So we have the Lego therapy workbook. Tell me a little bit about how that originated. And what are the plans for the workbook?
Okay, so it's taken about 2 years. I was talking to one of my trustees. Trustees are people who make decisions about the work of the charity. Mm-hmm. So one of them has been a social worker in the UK for over 35 years. And we just got talking about Lego therapy. And she said, oh, you know, I've actually written a book about that. I said, really? I didn't even know she wrote books. And then she's supposed to be the one making decisions about the charity. Anyway. So I looked at the book and she said, you know, I want you to edit this. I want you to make it better, brighter and everything like that. And then we can use this to fundraise for the charity. It's effective for children, particularly with autism. Mm-hmm. It can be used for all children, but it's there to help children develop their social communication skills. Some children are very shy, they're very quiet, and they may not have autism, but something like this would help them. Okay. It's a setting that involves just 3 children at a time. You use Lego. It's structured as well, so they have 3 roles for the children: engineer, supplier, and builder.
Wow.
Yeah, they have real, job titles and stuff, and it's very, very effective. The book talks about it, and you have 7 plans in there that you can go and use in the home, at school, in the community, at church, wherever you feel fit. And our plan is to launch in the coming weeks towards World Autism Acceptance Week.
All right, so I was gonna ask you, where would we be able to get the book? But your plan is to launch it.
Yes, the book's available to purchase now, actually. You can buy it on our website, which is Araba, Araba, Scott, SCOTT, CF.org. Just go into the shop. It's the only item we're selling. So it'll be easy to find. So yeah. So
go on up and you can purchase. What has your experience been like with children with autism?
Okay, so growing up in the UK, my parents, they came from poverty. So my mum from Hanover and my dad's family from St. Thomas. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so my parents tried to give me the best education. And my mum said, you know what, one day you're going to thank me. Oh, and I didn't want to do my work. I was being rude to teachers, all this kind of stuff. She said, one day you're going to thank me, Alicia. So anyway, I actually have thanked her several times, because I see as an adult how some of the kids in Jamaica, when I first met them, I was age 19. I saw how some of them cannot even write their first name. These things really affected me. So I just start going back to Jamaica, bringing resources for the kids. Some of them had never painted before. So I bring them paint, all these different kind of things. A lot of them need positive interaction, positive attention. Somebody that isn't going to groom you, but is going to come and spend time with you and make you feel special. They're not going to expect anything from you. Maybe a thank you, but nothing sinister. Showing children that side of life. There are people out there that care about you, want to spend time with you, want to make sure you can read, want to make sure that you can count, want to make sure that you can pass your exams so you can get any job which you would like in the world. So that's my experience with children. I do teach. My background is English and maths and STEM, so science, technology, engineering and maths. I don't know what else to say.
No, that's a mouthful, but I understand why you would have, tried to assist the children from your personal experience and also from your academic background. It's the passion, and that's what you do. For folks who are watching, Alicia, and they want to reach out to the foundation, maybe give you support, or maybe see how they can connect with you and do more here in Jamaica or overseas, how do they do that?
Okay, so you can send us an email. It's arabascottcf@gmail.com, or you can follow us on social media. Facebook and Instagram is arabascottofficial. Twitter, arabascottcf, and the rest of them, I cannot remember the name. Just remember Arabascott Children's Foundation.
Once they Google, they will find you, I'm sure. Any success stories coming out of the interaction with the children in St. Thomas so far?
Okay, so there's 2 sides of it. For me, the first sign of success was when we opened the Safe Haven. I don't think I explained, when we started from the very beginning, I was working in the library, and that was the only space that the kids had to come to. When we opened Safe Haven, my God, it was hard, blood, sweat and tears to build that place. And it took 3 years. And the day that we bought all of the toys and books and everything into the Safe Haven, my success is that the kids were so relaxed. It was quiet. The kids just lean back and play with their toys. That to me was success. But on the other side, some of the young people that we've worked with have actually gone on to work for us within our Jamaica team. I want to say that's Fiona. She worked with us when she was 17 until she was 18. I just want to big up all of the team: Kamara, Fiona, Chantal, Ramona, everybody that's worked with us, Leslie Ann. No, that is success. That is success. Thank you so much for all you do. And so your parents are being great parents. Yeah. It's a cycle, and that's how we talk about parenting so much and the effect that it can have. Alicia, thank you so much for speaking with us here on Smile Jamaica. You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Director of Arabascott Children's Foundation, Alicia Louise. Up next, the second edition of News in 5.